exciting to always be here sitting down just to make sure women are supporting women, and at the same time we're growing ourselves, we're grooming ourselves, we're becoming a better version of ourselves from day to day. And of course this program is to educate you and at the same time inform you, and promising to also be entertaining, because we have different spotlights we can fix ourselves on. We have safety talks, we have health talks, we have even for school children, we have for people who want to be entrepreneurs, we even have where you learn how to cook. We also have the part whereby we bring up events which we have actually attended from Galaxy TV, just for you to still feel entertained and comfortable. You know, sometimes they say, oh, what kind of play, Miss Jack, a dull boy, but this time around we're treating women issues. So anyway, you're welcome to the program. Do not forget, we're running this program from Monday through Friday every 11 a.m. to 12 noon, and you can watch us live on Facebook and on Twitter at Galaxy Television. And also you can download Galaxy Television app from Google Play Store and Apple Play Store. You can watch us on Terrestrial at 127 and of course on Star Times. Right now we're going to talk about the benevolent sexism in modern time. Benevolent sexism in modern times. AY, I hope you can hear this one today. Anyways, before I introduce my guest, let's go on a short break, and right after the short break I'll introduce my guest and we'll get talking. Stay with us. It's Women's Corner, and like you all know, we tend to always bring you the very best, and of course we tend to talk about topics that are trending, and also some topics that you probably must have not come across. Like now, I know a lot of people will be wondering what's the meaning of benevolent sexism, and of course you are now saying it's now in modern times, but still, because I have an amazing guest, I'll be able to talk about that. And definitely you just have to put your ears to the ground, because you will be so well educated on today's program. So I just want to ask, first of all, before I even start asking questions, I'm already, you know, my guest is Amos Alegbe. She's the CEO of Thames Pride. She's a business administrator. She's a social media manager. She's an empowerment advocate. Good to have you. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me today.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much.
I hope Lagos didn't happen to you.
No, not really.
Okay, so basically, a lot of people will be wondering what is benevolent sexism, you know, and there are some persons that when you use that word, they'll be like, first of all, what's benevolent, and at the same time, what's the meaning of sexism? Is it just about sex? Well, so I just want to ask, in the layman term, in the simplest words in English, how would you describe benevolent sexism?
All right, now I think everybody knows the meaning of benevolence. When you talk about benevolence, that means somebody that is generous, that is kind, you know, that is very sympathetic, empathy, that have empathy. But when it comes to benevolence sexism, now it is much more than just being a benevolent person. That it means that, you know, there a stereotype way of life to women, that they believe that women, you know, these traditional roles, the stereotype way that what women should do, as in, women, they believe that they are weaker vessel, women are more nurturing than men, women should give up their career just to maintain their home. So when you talk about benevolent sexism, that's what it means to women.
Okay, so in modern times, how rampant do you think this benevolent sexism is? How rampant do you think it is?
Yeah, because it is subtle. It is subtle. Many people doesn't know that that's what it means. Some women, you know, they will ask you to give up your career. Or say, oh, no, you know, somebody has to take care of the children. Allow me to work. But underneath, a lot of things is attached to it.
Yeah.
Attached to it. Because, oh, you think my husband loves me. Oh, he likes me. He doesn't want me to stress myself. So, okay, let me just give in. But it's subtlety in a way. It's very, very subtle, you know, unlike the hostile one. That you're not going to do any work. No, that one is hostile. I mean, you can easily identify that. But when you come about benevolent sexism, it is subtle, and they believe it's a traditional way, stereotype way for women. Oh, women are very good in nurturing, taking care of home, traditional home
builders.
Home builders. That's what you do, and give up your career for that as well. That is why.
Okay, very true. And a lot of people don't even know that, like you said, it's subtle way of not the hostile one. They say no, if you have to marry me, you have to stop working and all of that. That one is the hostile. So I want to ask, how do you think benevolent sexism is different from the genuine expression of kindness or respect towards women? How do you think there's a difference between the two?
The difference is that the person that is saying that you should give up your work has undertone. that he's trying to do. I have a friend. Let me give you an example.
Okay.
Help us to get it better. I have a friend surprised was working in a government parastatal, and then the husband told her that, oh, you know, you have to take care of the children. You know, this children is very, very small. It's good for women to take care of the children. You have to give up what you're doing now, you know, to take care of the home and the children, which you did. Ordinarily, when a man asks you to stop your job, you should be put on a salary.
Yes.
What? You take that? Your salary? You know, most of the women easily trust men. We don't trust our men. Yeah, that's the way we're wired. You know, we believe them so much, especially when we're in
love.
Put it that way, especially when we're in love. You know, so she did that. You know, as time's gone, things were working well. And later on, she was like, "Oh, I want to have my home business." No way. The man said, "No way." Meanwhile, when you told her, you said, "Just take care of the children," in a subtle manner. So you didn't see anything wrong. People are not getting more knowledgeable about that. Though not everybody. Though women, some women will still say that, oh, it is a normal thing, you know, for women to take care of their home. But that's just what it is.
Okay, very true. I like what you're saying, and I like the way you are even bringing it down to examples and all of that, because this program is meant for everybody, even those who do not understand certain terms. We tend to make them understand, and you're doing good justice to that. So how do you think benevolent sexism affects the daily lives of women when it comes to education, employment, and relationship? How do you think this benevolent sexism affects women in those aspects?
Yes, it does affect women because we are not knowledgeable, like I said the other time. Many women are not aware, or they don't know who they are. You will give up your career, you will give up your education to nurture your home. But even if you are doing that, we should see everybody equality. There should not be deep. I understand that Bible says women are weaker vessel. Yes, we are not saying that, but not on the the way that will be affecting the women most. You give up your education, you give up your career, you give up everything just to tend
to the home.
Oh, or to your husband. Let me put it that way. Yeah, because when you say you're tending to the
husband,
it's still the husband.
Okay.
So you decide to give up your education. But I think women are not getting the knowledge about it. So some women will say, no, this is my career, this is my life. You know, this is my passion. This is what I want to do. As much I will not allow it to affect my children. I will cite the example of this woman, this actress.
I was just about to say that. Can you cite an example?
Shola Shobowale. You remember what she said? You know, she said there was a time that she was working, and she took her children abroad because of the strike issue about university in Nigeria. She took her children out there. And fine, she came back to Nigeria. She was working here, and yes, she found out that the motherly touch was not there when she called the children. Yeah, she had to go back. I think that was maybe the agreement and the husband. Now she went back, you know, to allow the children, you know, to grow up to their own level, which they can, you know, do things on their own without being affected. And after that, she came back to continue her career, not forgetting everything, just because of the home. And thank God for the kind of man she married. Because if we had not allowed that, she would have completely said, no, I won't allow you. So if people have that knowledge, as in women have that knowledge, she has the power, she has the knowledge, and that's why she could say, okay, for the period of time, I will do this for the children, and I will go back to my career. So women need more knowledge about this. As much as men tend to be showing us the impression that they love us, that they want us to be comfortable, that they want us to be at peace with them, that they want the children, they want the best for the children. At the same time, we must have that knowledge that there is no undertone in what they're telling us.
Very true. I like what you just said. That's very interesting, because it's a lot of it's a whole lot for you to. It's more like you just pause, or you halt everything that has to do with yourself, and you focus on the kids, and you focus on the husband. And you see some women now, they will be telling you, see, if I do all of these things, at the end of the day, if I die, this man will move on. And even if the man does not move on, when it comes to the children will get married, and they will
need to die. You will marry another one. Even after,
even without that,
even after investing everything you have, your whole life. I have another example about that. She invested everything she had for the man. She neglected her job, forgot about her career. You know, they started doing business together. You know, investing everything, as in everything she had. Along the line, the man that was like, I don't want to marry another one. Along the line, the man changed. And he married another wife, telling the first wife that she's not obeying him. Yeah,
Ooh.
and that's why women nowadays, we must be very, very careful. As much as it is good to be submissive to our husband, as much as it is good that we must obey their instruction, but we must be shine your eyes like you put it.
Shine your eyes, open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
While you're doing whatever you need to do to keep your home. At the same time, do not forget yourself.
Yeah.
You're as important as anything, as anybody that comes your way. And you know, when you get into marriage, as much as your husband is important, your children is important, remember that you are also important. I want to ask a question, because you already gave a notion to that, but I want to ask in plain terms now. How do you think how do you think benevolent sexism reinforces this traditional gender role and expectation, such as the notion of that women are more nurturing, more emotional, while men are more logical, they are more rational? How do you think this benevolent sexism, as how will I put it, as reinforced, I will not say enforced, reinforced that this traditional roles and notions?
Okay, you know the problem most women are having, and let me say not women alone, generally is our mindset. We believe that this is the way this thing is being operated, this is the way our forefathers, our mothers are doing, and it should continue like that, you know, until when we change our mindset about a particular thing. Until when everything about us is about mindset. You hear a man that will be saying, "No, when my mom doesn't query my dad, my mom cannot ask my father a question. He can't. When my father give an instruction, she must follow." That's the mindset. That's the way the person was the foundation. Let me put it that way. So that's the way things are operating. Unlike another family. Now, let me take myself as an example. I remember my dad telling me that when we were young, as a baby, in fact, it was my mom that told me that each time she gives birth, we're 5, you know, it's my dad that will do this water bath for her before her mother would come from village. He said when in those days they still use nappy, you know. Yeah. My dad, in the middle of the night when we were crying, he said she wake us want to, you know, to take care of her. My dad said go to bed. My dad would do that. He pamper us, you know, change the nappy and every other stuff like that. In fact, when we were growing up, I prefer my dad cooking. You know, I like my dad's food more than my mom.
You know, actually, I like my dad's coconut rice.
That's it, you know. Yes. So there should be equality. Not that it's only women that can do this. That's why I'm citing the example of my dad. You know, my dad will tell my mom, "Don't bother, go to bed, go back to sleep," and we do that. So it should not be said that this is the traditional role for women. It's not only for women. There should be equality. There should be no gender discrimination. Yeah, we are both to help each other. So it should not be for one person. A traditional stereotyped way for women alone. Yeah. So women need to, and that's why I talk about mindset. As much as we will not be disobedient to our husband, mindset. That mindset has to be that we are both partners.
In fact, at this point, I want to use this opportunity to just say, Daddy, thank you very much for allowing my mom pursue her career, because while he was a banker, he was one like, why do you want to stop working? You have to keep working. And she was a banker, and you know how bankers work late that time. They come late. So there are people in the house, and they make sure they have a timing to how they make sure that we don't go to bed before they come home. So they have to see us, and every Saturday, no matter how it is, if he has a function or she has a function, and they notice, okay, we've not had time with these children, they have to take us along, or they cancel. So I just want to say this to the both of you. I love the both of you. You guys did. In fact, you set a good example. Work and still maintain your home. Anyways, let me move to the next question. Do you believe that benevolent sexism contributes to gender pay gap, and also these gender inequalities problems that we have in this society? Do you think that has actually contributed to it?
Yeah, you know, like I mentioned the other time, I said because of this benevolent sexism undertone, so it contributed to it. Gender pay, not all, but to someone. To some. Like I mentioned, that you have to just for some time let these children grow up. You know, just keep up your job, your career, and at long run, when she said about going back to her business, you know. I had a doctor saying that, you know, our husband told her, a medical doctor, our husband told her she should give up her job, she should give up her career. And at the end, the lady, she was lamenting. So it contributed to that. Pain. So a lot of women are going through pain, emotional pain that they couldn't, you know, they couldn't voice out. And that's why a lot of people are going through depression and stuff, emotional trauma because of that. Because of that, because they said, oh, this is what my husband told me, this is what he said, but now You know, no, you can't now. How can my wife be working, you know, coming back late in the night and stuff? So it contributed to it. It's contributed to it.
Okay, well, I hope a lot of people are actually listening to this, and while we are also trying to make corrections, I believe the employees and people in the high classes that definitely pay should also try to understand that sometimes, you know, you don't have to do the gender.
Yes, even at a place of work, they do that as well. You know, they're like, oh, these are the roles that women can do, these are the roles that women cannot do. You know, this position, this position women can get to. It's only man that can get to this level of.
In fact, I have a very short story. There's a lady. Okay, she wanted to work in a particular brewing company, and the woman, you know, at that point she was not available to actually go for the job interview. So a lot of her friends were taken because it was just an examination, right? You would definitely be taken because they need a lot of hands. Now at the end of the day, it now got to the part whereby they said they now needed men. So she was not asking, because I was in the middle of the conversation, she was asking like, why do they need men specifically? They said, because it's like factory work, like you carry this one, you carry that. She was like, see, she actually did taekwondo, she trained in that and in boxing. She was like, see, I don't understand. In fact, this is now that she wants to get that job. That she's going to go for that role, that they are saying it's for men. Those crates, those things, whatever it is they are doing in the factory, she wants to do. She's trying, and actually, very early this morning, she woke up early with me. We left the house around 6. She was supposed to be at the workplace, I think around 10, thereabout. But she was like, no, she wants to leave early. She wants to see how it is, because she doesn't wake up. She's not that early waker. So she left. We left the house till 6. And when she got because it's very close to her house. So she got there. She called me. She said she's there and she's ready to see the supervisor. She want to ask the supervisor why is it a man? And I want to work here. Do you understand?
That's the mentality of generally a lot of people, not only in Nigeria anyway. Generally, that this specific, particular job is for men. I don't see any reason for that. We have women mechanic now. Before it was only men that you do that. We have women mechanic. We have women that are riding this. Shuttles.
Tricycles. Yes.
Men doing that. So I don't believe that there should be a particular work for men and there should be a particular work for women. We have men that are into nursing. Before in those days they believe it's only women. No. It shouldn't be. That should be gender equality.
Okay, that's very beautiful. Thank you for that one. So there's a particular one that always bothered me, and that's because most of the times we used to say women supporting women, but at the end of the day, to be honest, is usually almost reverse is almost the case. It's always almost the case. You tend to see women are the ones shady women, you know, they are the ones always complaining. And let me just take 2 examples. People on the both side. You see some, she's too big, she has big tummy, she has it. And you see some men, when you have deep conversations with them, they say, it's that big tummy that I want. Do you understand? And you see some, they will tell you, you have stretch mark, are you not using something for it? You know, ladies are talking to ladies. But you see some men, they'll be like, when I see that stretch mark, like, that's me, go. So you understand? So it's like, women are now the one shady women. So that brings me to this question that, how do you think benevolent sexism intersects with other forms of oppression such as racism, classism, or to affect the experiences of women from diverse background? You know, not your class, I mean your class, and all of those shady dealings.
Until when we start seeing ourselves that we are to help each other, until when we start seeing ourselves that we are nobody can stand on his own. There's no an highland. No man is an highland. Let me put it that way. So until we start saying that we are to help each other, we are meant for each other. Until when we start, like I said the other time, mindset is
enjoying the conversation and like the time. Anyways, you remember where you stopped. We say we have to see ourselves.
Until women we start saying that we have to help each other and that we have to thrive together. That is lashing each other or seeing ourselves one is better than the other. What you have, I don't have it. We have different potential, different abilities. We are unique. Each person is unique. And that is when we can, with your own strength combined with mine, then we'll be able to thrive and succeed together. But when we start saying ourselves or saying, I'm saying myself that, I'm better than you, you're a bit bigger, fatter than I do, and I'm slimmer, then we start having issue. And that's why we're the ones shading each other, backlashing each other. So until when we drop that idea and we are meant to come back, come together and help each other, that is when this benevolent sexism will stop. If we don't do that, it won't stop. Nobody will do that for us. If we don't take the move, if we don't step forward, men will not come and start doing that for us. Yeah. There's some men clamoring for that. yeah, there's some men clamoring for that, but it's underneath. But we have to be at the forefront to stop this thing. And that's why I talked about mindset. If we don't change our mindset about that, we'll not be able to help each other.
Okay, now I want to take it from the angle of power. Now, do you believe that benevolent sexism is more likely to be perpetrated by individuals who hold positions of power or authority? Do you think those people are the people that are more likely to have this benevolent sexism? If yes, if your answer is yes, why? Even if it's no, why do you think it's not?
That you're questioning that those people in
do you believe that benevolent sexism is more likely to be perpetrated by individuals who are in power or authority?
Yeah, I think individual in power is more likely because they are the boys at that point in time.
So they can subdue. They can make you do what you don't want to do.
Yes, because power intoxicates. Power intoxicates. So I was telling, wasn't my son? I was telling yesterday that you don't know some people the way they will be until they have power and money. It is when they are tested with power and money and they were able to conquer. I said, oh, this person is really who he or she is. But when you're in power, power intoxicates. So it's people in power. They tend, women in power tend to, to do that to their fellow women. They tend to do that to them. So people in power can do that. They can encourage better. In workplace, they might be telling you, "Oh, I like your blouse," but underneath,
it's not the blouse.
It's not the blouse. Where I was working before, I wouldn't want to say
the name of the company. But we need to hear the story.
There's this boss of mine. When she's coming, everybody knows she's coming. You'll be hearing her. Go. So wait, she's coming. Everybody blah 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 blah. And immediately she sees you. Oh, she's just in you, bro. I like your blouse. So you can get this. Where did you get this? Blah, 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 blah. We all know the meaning. Not that she's really appreciating the blouse or she loves the blouse, but she looks at it. Oh,
like you're not probably supposed to afford it.
Get it. Get it. So that was when. But when she left, when she was not very gay, so this person can behave like this. So to our fellow women, so people in can do that.
Also do that.
They encourage benevolent sexism. Women as well.
But do you think it's another form of discipline? But we call it benevolent.
Discipline?
Yeah.
No.
So it's a different thing.
It's different entirely. That's not it. That's not discipline at all. You want to discipline somebody, you know how to discipline. Not that at all. Like I said, hostile sexism, you can know that. It's obvious. Everybody can see it. When it's subtle subtlety. No, that's not discipline.
That's not discipline. Okay, let me ask this. Let's just move. Let's look for a way forward away from benevolent sexism. So what strategies do you think that are more effective in combating this benevolent sexism, despite it being subtle? It's not so much in the open. How do you think we can actually, combat this?
Yeah, there is need for us to be awareness about it. We must say, oh, somebody is saying this is who you are, and then you're like, oh, is this what really am I? Or why does this person say this thing? Or is this person saying this thing just to make me feel good, or does this person have something behind it? So there's need for us to be aware. Awareness has to be there.
Yeah.
Then that each person must know his own uniqueness, like I said the other time, our strength, our potential. And like I said the other time, we need to have it together so that we can thrive and succeed
together.
And thrive and succeed together.
Okay, amazing one. We've been having so much interesting conversation. Just to kind of wrap up this segment. So what should a woman do, especially a woman that is already in such a situation, but like she has already given up her career, but deep inside of her, she still wants to be more. But because of, benevolent sexism, she just had to succumb, and she has been doing it for years, and she's probably looking for a way out. What advice will you give to her? Also, a woman that is facing that already, you're about to get married, and your man is like, you're already seeing the attitude
Red
of
flag.
Yes, this man, he will tell me sit at home, don't go to work, and I don't want it. So what advice will you give to those two categories of women?
Okay, those in that condition, that find themselves in that condition, one thing, the first thing I'll tell them is, sit down, think. There's something in you that person has not yet discovered. When you sit down and think, you'll be able to bring out the best. Yes, you have given up your career. You are giving up everything you need to do just because you want to nurture the home, you want to take care of the house or the children or wherever. But there's still more in you. When God created us, we are not given one ability. No, it's not only one. We are not given one potential. When you have a seed inside that tree, inside that seed you have a tree. Inside that tree you have a forest. So there's still a seed in that woman that she needs to bring out. And when she brings out that seed, it will become tree. But she needs to sit down and think and know who she is. If she's able to do that, she'll be able to discover herself. And not necessarily leaving your house.
You don't need to leave your home.
You don't need to leave your home, rather. You have a lot of people. I don't know if you know this woman, Lagos housewife.
Yes.
Yeah, she's in the comfort of her home. And she's doing everything. And yes, she's making impact. Yeah, so you don't necessarily need to leave your home. So you need to, she discovered what God has for her. And she's able to bring it out. And she's making her money. And she's impacting people. Yeah, she's impacting people. The same thing. Then the other people that just want to marry, and you see that kind of a thing in your mind, I will say, I beg.
It's a big red flag. So you say she should run away?
Think twice.
If she's in love, she wants to get married.
It's
difficult. Some people don't want to run away.
That's the mistake we usually make. Most single girls, love this time around. You have to open your eyes. When you talk about love, before you say
love is no longer blind.
It's not blind. When you say you love a man, fine, good. The emotional one is there, but at the same time, this man that I want to marry, I want to get married to, what does he have? Not the love. What is he able? What is he going to be able to bring out? What potential? What strength?
For you?
What can he do? Those are the things you must look at. It's not the physical thing. It's the thing. Oh, does he have a future? When I talk about future, it's not about houses, cars. No, as in, what does he have? The plan he has in future. Where is he going to? If the man doesn't have a future, he can't tell you what. Then I would advise, don't go into that marriage. It's not about houses. It's not about making children. No. What does he have in future? As in, what can the vision? Let me put it that way. What is the vision? There's a vision for that, and at the same time, that is able to support or help my own vision too. If that man is not going to support or help your vision, I beg, back out. Or else we kill it. That's it. Benevolence sexism.
Yeah.
Indirectly, by the time you get married, it will start telling you.
So there's no need to have any kind of conversation or sit down and talk.
I watched a program, just a short. The lady said, you're still dating, I want to have my PhD. I want to have the guy has BSc. I want to have PhD. I want to do this. The guy was saying, is it compulsory? That's when we're still cutting. Is it compulsory? You must have this PhD. Is it compulsory? You must have this. He said, but that's my career. The guy said, eventually they got married. After getting married, the lady was, I want to go for this lecture. Which lecture are you going to? Sit down there. She didn't allow the lady. That was where she ended. The career was,
okay, the career.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So if any man is telling you that, he has no vision for you, and he's not ready to support your own vision as well. So I will advise. Don't love nowadays. You have to open your eyes. I beg. Sorry,
love is not blind.
That was in those days that love was blind, but now love is not blind. Love has now.
You say, how did you put love? Don't say I. So you should open your eyes. Don't dull yourself.
Don't dull yourself.
You understand? You can be something. You can be that person that has everything at its better call. You can be the woman you want to be. You don't have to, succumb. Except I've seen some women that just like, please, I just want to be a housewife and stay in the house. If that is the one you want, no one.
Women like
there are women that like that.
They think that this is all what.
Yes, this is just what I want.
This is what I want. They are just missing it because they don't know they have a lot of potentials in them.
Some people don't want. They don't even want. They just want that baby girl life. They don't want any stress.
No,
they don't want that. Anyway, Anyways, okay, that is it. We can have a discussion for today on benevolent sexism in modern times. We still have a spotlight nugget for you, entertainment, and this one was Miss Tourism 2023. And guess what? Miss Tourism Nigeria 2024, the lady who won the crown on home, of course, she's from Edo State,
wow,
is my baby girl, Queen Fiona. She's an amazing girl, and of course she won the crown, and she's going to be representing Nigeria for Miss Tourism International 2024. You can go support our girl. Of course, she was my colleague, become friend, and you know, was that you know, the rapport is good, so please support my girl, and of course keep shouting out. She's just Queen Fiona on Instagram. Support her, bring that crown home, baby girl. So this is just another way to kind of support you. So I'm going to be playing this video of Miss Tourism 2023. She didn't partake in this one, she partake in 2024. But let's go watch a little bit of the entertainment, and of course who won the crown as at last year. We'll be right back.
Miss Tourism Africa Pageant is a yearly pageant organized by Miss Tourism Africa Pageant, and its aim is to provide a platform open to all black young women from African communities all over the world to showcase the dynamic personalities, beauty, grace, and various African cultures. On Monday, October 2nd, 2023, Nigeria hosted the second edition of Miss Tourism Africa, which took place at Canyon Hall, Lekki, Lagos. It was a gracious event with 10 contestants representing Gambia, Kenya, Cote d'Ivoire, South Africa, Uganda, Ghana, Guinea, Togo, Tanzania, and Nigeria for the ultimate Miss Tourism Africa title. Celebrities far and near gathered together to grace the occasion. Speaking with Galaxy correspondent Joy Kayode and the crew, notable guests like Juliet Ibrahim, former Mr. Tourism and Little Miss Tourism, amongst others, expressed mixed reaction towards the event, and contestants were all rooting for. Celebrity artist Corey Bello performance was epic and entertaining as the contestants graced the runway in their dashing dinner gown. Awards were given for Best Personality of the Year, Beauty Product of the Year, Young Entrepreneur of the Year, amongst others. Other celebrity artists from different African countries were present to entertain the guests. The convener and the host of the event, Santiago Robert, was awarded ambassadorship by ECOWAS for Youth and Tourism. After a fierce and tough competition, Miss Tourism South Africa was crowned the winner as Miss Tourism Africa 2023, with Miss Tourism Guinea following closely as the first runner-up, and Miss Tourism Kenya as the second runner-up. It was indeed a great event as we look forward to the winner, Miss Tourism South Africa representing Africa at the international levels. Enjoy some of the entertaining moments during Miss Tourism Africa 2023 edition.
All right, I'm so engrossed in it. So beautiful. I was actually having goosebumps when the winner came out. Anyways, I would like to appreciate you, Amos Alegbe, for coming. I remember she is the CEO of Thames Pride. She's a business administrator. She's a social media management manager rather, and she's an empowerment advocate. Thank you so much for coming, ma'am. I enjoyed the conversation today. It was just like we're gisting right here. Thank you so much. And for those who are just joining, if you have missed this episode, you can also still go to Facebook and Twitter at Galaxy Television and watch the program, and also like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Galaxy TV News and Galaxy TV Comedy. And also up next is The Buzz. Today is still talking about the affairs and the state of the nation with me, your girl. So until then, do have a beautiful day, and bye for now.